Welcome back, everybody. Today we'll be discussing game week 3. Match day 3. We'll be doing a review on that, the games that occurred, players to look forward to for the next match day, as well as if the video is short enough, we'll try and squeeze in a wild card. So, I hope everyone did well. I did not. I opted to select Mahrez, and it turned around to be a poor choice, taking the captaincy of Abubakar. It was simply green. In my previous video, I said that. But, well, I had to change him again because I wasn't contented with the 6 points from Riyad Mahrez. So I'm hoping that Kessie could give me something similar to what I had from Abubakar. But if not, it's all on me. Yeah, it's all on me. Okay, so the matches that occurred on game day 3. Those were 1 second. Let me get them. The matches that occurred on game day 3 was yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday. Right. Those matches were Algeria and Sierra Leone, Nigeria and Egypt, Sudan, and Guinea-Bissau. Um, so let's talk about Algeria and Sierra Leone first because that's the one that affected me most negatively. Um, they have some expensive assets, but when it's all said and done, they didn't really make a note. Sierra Leone defended properly actually, and they even had some proper attacks. They are not a team to be counted out. Actually, no team in this competition is to be counted out because everybody's playing with sweat and blood. Powerful. They're not giving up. As a guy said, I was playing at 110% all games. The game's really challenging. So it's not like the Europa League World Cup where you get 3-4 goals. Most games won by an odd goal, but at the same time, that's all dependent because or that's all possible because teams are defending really well. Yeah. So the Sierra Leone game, let's see how it went. I had Riyad Mahrez, I had Bel Aili, and I also had Slimani. But Slimani turned out to be a joke. He only got 2 points there. 6 points from Mahrez and 7 points from Belaïli. So if it was anybody else to keep from from Algeria, it would be this guy here. Yeah, most likely it would be that guy. Because he's a cheap option and he offers a lot going forward. He does. Um, I had no one from Sierra Leone, obviously. How the entire Algerian side did, I'm not too sure. Let's check it out. Boom. I want to check out my chances. Oh, good. Alright, so the Algerian team. Let's start with the forwards. So, on top, it had the 10 million player that I sure most persons probably went for, Boneja. And he only had 1 point. He came on as a sub for Slimani, who had 2 points. In my opinion, both attacks, I don't know. I didn't find Slimani offered much, but all credit to Sierra Leone for locking down the back and pocketing him. The midfield did okay, actually. The midfield did great. Yeah, that's where the goal came from. The midfield. Um, so Mahrez, most persons had him in his team, had them, and he only gave us 6 points for 12 million as a premium midfielder in the team. You're expecting more, but because the defenders basically giving you the same amount of points in every game because it's easy to get points, it's easy to accumulate points. defenders basically giving it the same thing. Tolo, for example, gave me 8 points. No, 9. If I had captain Tolo, I'll get 18. So you can see. Freguli, 3 points. Belaili, 7 points. Brahimi, 4. The midfield was basic for Algeria. Defense, 6 points from Mandy. The defense in Europe, in the African Cup of Nations, are the people you're supposed to be getting your points from apparently. They offer the most points, more than the midfield. I apologize because just now I said that's where the goal came from. Algeria did not score a goal. It ended in a 0-0 draw, so apologies for that. I'm not gonna really focus on the Sierra Leone team, but we should still go through. They played well, but based on the points that gathered here, maybe you could find budget-friendly strike defenders to add into your team if you're gonna make substitutions to the next round. So Corker did well. Yes, he actually did extremely well. He pocketed a defender. He played good. He had even put in some crazy blocks, which was nice. It have this other one called Wright. All the defenders did well. Average was 6. Um, Look, it have some 4.5 defenders here who scored well. The next game is against Cote d'Ivoire. I'm not too sure if they would be as easy as Algeria. So before you make any subs to bring in cheap defenders, check out the fixture. You want to get favorable fixtures so you can get more points. But don't be like me. I assume that Algeria will crush Sierra Leone because the fixture was favorable. In fact, it wasn't. The next game, before we move on, statistically, so let me look at it. Algeria had more possession. They had more shots on target. They had more shots in total. A lot of shots were blocked, so that means the keeper will be getting a large haul from this game. Let's check it out. The keeper for Sierra Leone should be getting a large haul because of so much block shots. Let's check it and see. 9 points. He did put in a lot of saves. So that is something to look at. You might want to get a keeper that on a team that have a good defense but not good at attacking. So when they gain all the attacks on them, the keeper will get more safe shots. Something like that. So you have to look at statistics like that. Look for teams that shoot a lot. So even if they're shooting from improbable range, once the keeper get that will count as a save. And that is how the points gather for this guy. Guys were just shooting at him a lot. Anyhow, back to these other statistics. More shots, more corners, more fouls, shots outside the box, shots inside the box. Everything was just more for them. The unlucky thing is they didn't get a goal. And personally, from my eye test, I don't find that they played well. I don't think they played well. The next game was between Nigeria and Egypt, and I find that game was very good. Nigeria run the entire game. Salah was kept quiet. I love the midfielder on the left hand side. He was just like up the field most of the time. He was quickly getting up that field and staying there, up and down. He run really hard. His name was something Simon. Just now. Where is he? This guy here. I find he or she should have gotten more points. He was up and down the field. I surprised he only get 4 points. But he played well. I would look at him for the next game. But another player I want to look at is this guy here, Joe Aribo. He got the assist. He played really well as well. He had a lot of dual wins. key passes as well. Another player for them in the midfield they might want to look at is this one here. Chukwueze. Yeah, he played well. Basically, the entire Nigerian team played well, but the one that caught my eye was Inacio. Of course, I wanted to put him in my team from the get-go, but he was too expensive. 11 million is a lot. But I find he played well. And if you want to include a striker, that is one to go for. We still yet to see what Hala has to offer this evening. You'll see that when the game plays. The next, who were their opponents? Nigeria opponent was Egypt, who, as I said, were kept quiet for the entire game, but also being put over the top, but they deal with it quietly and in confidence. So the strikers for Egypt did nothing really. 1 point, 2 point. As you can see, they're expensive, so if somebody had them in, they might have been regretting it. The midfielders for Egypt were kept quiet as well. Not much point to go around. 4 points. He had plenty dues. Clearances. 1 point. The defense was basic. It was basic, yeah. I mean the midfield for Egypt. The defense, it had two defenders that caught my eye, and that was Higazi, who was getting up a lot and also defending, and Hamdi. Besides that, in my opinion, the defenders didn't really do that much. So that game was one and done for Nigeria. Nigeria had that game in the bag. The next game was against Guinea and Sudan. I did not watch this game. I had no assets, so I wasn't invested in it. So let's go through the statistical data. From the stats, it's showing that Sudan was the better team, even though Guinea had more possession, Sudan had more shots. Basically, they were equal because I'm looking at the stats as well, and it's saying that Sudan had 10 shots and 10 shots in total compared to Guinea's 9. Percentage wise, that would mean that Guinea had a better XG, but both teams were equal in the attacking sense. For defense, let's see. Tackles, interceptions, the same thing again. The stats similar. One or two difference. The stats were similar. Guinea had the better chance to score, but they miss. Big chances 5, chances miss 5. So they're not clinical in front. Apparently they were wasteful. Besides that, those were the games for that day. Focusing based on these matches, again, I would say do not underestimate any team because it appears that everybody fighting real hard here, and you expect that. Don't underestimate any team. But these stats and videos, hopefully, it can give you a better chance in selecting players for your team and whatnot. The next video I'm gonna release, I'll be releasing a wildcard video for the Afghan tournament. I personally think I'll be using my wildcard video in game week 2 because after game week 2 is game week 3, and then after that we get to pick an entirely new team without any point hits. So I might as well hit now and try and get as much points in to make up for the nonsense I do by taking the captaincy of Abu Bakr. Let's check out the prices though for some players. I'm not too sure if this game has price rise. I believe so. So in case they have that, I want to get the players in before the price go up a bit because that will be an issue. That will be a serious issue. Egypt's next game is against Guinea-Bissau. Um, Not bad actually. Not bad. That will actually be a nice team. Maybe he could catch his form against them and put some goals. I know plenty persons had Salah in the team, and I'm really happy that he flopped because I didn't have him in, and him bringing in plenty goals would have been issues to me. So good. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a bit short. It I don't really have much to speak about. The games weren't filled with so much excitement except for the Nigerian game. But it's a quick review. You know, we went over a little bit of prices, players who you might want to get into your team, and whatnot. In the next game, we'll do a team selection based on a wild card. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.